Okay, so before we begin, let's all just take a moment to please close our eyes, center ourselves, and come together. Collecting all your energies from wherever they may be scattered into the present moment, into your body, into the here and now. Please breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in a lot of positivity, a lot of love, a lot of abundance. And breathing out any stuck feelings or restrictive beliefs. Breathing in and breathing out. Returning to normal breathing now. Please invoke upon radical consciousness. Connect to your highest consciousness. Connecting to radical masters, radical guides, healing masters, healing guides, healing angels. Any higher frequency that you resonate and connect with. Request upon their presence. Say a silent thank you to them, to yourself, and slowly, whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. So today's topic was suggested by someone to be open to receiving guidance. Now, this can be any guidance. It can be your environmental feedback as well, to really understand it for what it is meant to serve you, rather than taking it personally or getting biased or reacting. And most importantly, listening and absorbing the metaphysical guidance from masters, from angels, from higher consciousness. And we all are a channel for that, for ourselves, for our lives. But it just so happens that there could be a few blocks here and there which prevent us from receiving the guidance or being open to it, um, or even actually interpreting and understanding it. And more often than not, the cause is fear, lack of faith, and an overall reluctance to shift or bring about a change, because sometimes the inner voice can ask you to shift something in yourself, the way you are reacting, and we are not very fond of change, so we end up not being open to it. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to work with R5 like we always do. And for those of you who are joining in for the first time, R5 stands for revive, recognize, realign, reorient, and reposition. So we will R5 all that chitter chatter and all the so-called emotional charges that come into our space when we think about being open to receiving guidance. Yeah, so it could be fear, it could be doubt, it could be hurt, it could be even our own arrogance, our own need to worry, our own need to control. Whatever it is that you feel could be preventing you from receiving guidance, please put it down in the chat box and we will address it. After which, I'm going to take you through a short session of lucid reading. Okay, so I'm just going to keep reading out messages that are there for this group. You just be in silent reception and be open to receiving and see how it feels when we get messages that are guided, that are from the masters. Just observe how the body responds, how you respond, and how you feel, so you're able to anchor that feeling into your day to day life. And you know that this is how it feels when I'm receiving metaphysical guidance from the higher frequencies. Yeah? So let's first begin with R5 and first reach a space of neutrality before we even start getting these messages. Okay? So I R5 my fear of intuition. I R5 my fear of intuition. I R5 my fear of intuition. I R5 my reluctance to listen to my inner voice. I R5 my reluctance to listen to my inner voice. I R5 my reluctance to listen to my inner voice. I R5 my reluctance to listen to my inner voice. I R5 my self-doubt. 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 I R5 my fear of taking initiative. 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 I R5 my fear of change. 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 I R5 my limited perception of guidance. 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 I R5 my fear of being cheated. 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 I R5 being in disintegrity with my higher self. I R5 being in disintegrity with my higher self. I R5 being in disintegrity with my higher self. I R5 being in disintegrity with my higher self. I R5 my fear of being in integrity. 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 I R5 my arrogance. 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 I R5 my fear of my shadow self. I R5 my fear of my shadow self. I R5 my fear of my shadow self. I R5 my need to reject my shadow self. I R5 my need to reject my shadow self. I R5 my need to reject my shadow self. I R5 my need to reject my shadow self. I R5 my need to reject my shadow self. I R5 my attachments. 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 I R5 my comfort zone. 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 I R5 my ego, pride, and righteousness. 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 I R5 my past backlogs. 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 I R5 my inhibitory voices within. 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 I archive my need to prove my worthiness by disregarding inner guidance. I archive my need to prove my worthiness by disregarding inner guidance. I archive my need to prove my worthiness by disregarding inner guidance. I archive my need to prove my worthiness by disregarding inner guidance. I archive my need to overthink. 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 I archive my fear of being vulnerable as I listen to my inner guidance. I archive my fear of being vulnerable as I listen to my inner guidance. I archive my fear of being vulnerable as I listen to my inner guidance. I archive my fear of being vulnerable as I listen to my inner guidance. I archive my past beliefs and experiences preventing me from listening to my inner guidance. I archive my past beliefs and associations preventing me from listening to my inner guidance. I archive my past beliefs and associations preventing me from listening to my inner guidance. How does it feel? If we are in a relatively neutral space about guidance,
Astha, I'm still feeling certain palpitation in my heart.
okay? Alright, so just say I archive my unforgiveness of self and higher self.
I
I
archive
archive
my, archive my
unforgiveness of
forgiveness about self and higher self. I
I
archive my unforgiveness for self and higher self. I archive my unforgiveness for self and higher self. I archive my unforgiveness about self and higher self. I archive my unforgiveness, self and higher self. Yes, it's feeling better.
yeah, let's keep doing it a little longer. I archive my guilt of not listening to my inner voice. I archive my guilt of not listening to my inner voice. I archive my guilt of not listening to my inner voice. I archive my stored anger. 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 And just take a few deep breaths in and out. Center yourself. See how it feels to just be in this space. And For the next few moments, I'm just going to read out a few messages for the group. This is our guidance. So let's be open to receiving it. It is good to be humble, but you do not have to necessarily underperform in order to ensure that you remain humble. You dislike being rude, rough, or arrogant under all circumstances. In order to ensure that you remain humble and polite, you could be manifesting a sabotage of opportunities which could give you a resounding success or an enviable position in life. Create a space where you thrive in all aspects of life in a very humble and polite manner. I R5 possibility of becoming arrogant. 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 I humbly succeed in life. 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 Parenting begins and continues irrespective of biological parenting. One may parent a project, a sibling, an organization, or even a senior citizen. Parenting can be a profoundly fulfilling experience, but not necessarily for all. Some may feel a sense of incompletion, inadequacy, or incompetence and suffer from the regret or guilt feeling related to parenting efforts. No parent can be a perfect parent because the level of perfection is determined through the filtered perception generated by the expectations of the children or the child figure. And yet, most parents strive to be a perfect mother and father, and in an attempt to be the perfect one, with an intent to be free from future guilt or regret, you may actually become very severe with your children or the child figure. As a result, you may eventually experience all that you were trying to avoid through your diligent and strict parenting patterns. Your style of parenting is decided by the innocent and impressionable child in you who perceived incompetence, incompletion, and imperfection in your parent figures. Get in touch with this childlike innocence in you and forgive your parents and parent figures for their seeming incompetent or inappropriate behavior so that eventually you will also be able to forgive the parent personality in you. I R5 my child figure. 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 I R5 my guilt as a parent personality. 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 You are a human on this planet to experience the sheer joy of material level pleasures in various facets of your life. Allow all your senses to enjoy a wonderful sensual stimulation. Remain open to have fun and enjoy every moment of your life. You do not have to wait for or chase the pleasurable moments and experiences. You need to change your attitude towards what you are experiencing right now. Be determined to enjoy and have fun, even if the experience may seem hurtful or mundane to others. I allow myself to enjoy every moment of my life and be happy. I allow myself to enjoy every moment of my life and be happy. I allow myself to enjoy every moment of my life and be happy. I allow myself to enjoy every moment of my life and be happy. I allow myself to enjoy every moment of my life and be happy. Okay, how's everyone doing with these messages? How does the body feel to receive these messages? Were we able to be open to receiving? What is the thought? Stiff neck. Okay. So, yeah. So, Gunjal, just affirm. I remain aligned to my axis with happiness and joy, and see how that feels. We'll change it for you a little bit. Yes, felt easy and comfortable. Lovely, Shobha. Thank you. There is still anger stored inside. Need to work. Yeah. Okay. So I R5 my stored anger for what, Kalgi? Check what is this anger trying to tell you. I R5 the brilliance in this anger. Yes, anxiety. Renuka, I R5 my fear of the metaphysical realm. Feeling happy and peaceful. Stored anger and yeah, the same thing, Archana, that I gave Gargi, and your unforgiveness statement. Future concerns, yeah, correct. So I R5 my faith in my higher guidance. I R5 my faith in my higher guidance. Or actually, the more I enjoy life, the more I am taken care of. The more I enjoy life, the more I am taken care of. See how that feels, Renuka, and even Gargi and Archana. Feels good and settled. Awesome, Saina. Should we repeat? Yes. So if this is something that feels very close to the core and you feel that you do this very often, you want to be with these final statements for the next 21 days, it would be a good idea. Yes, Archana. Yes, feels good. Yeah, okay. So just work with this one for you. We'll again tweak it. So basically, the ultimate message for all of us somewhere is that the more we are joyous in happiness and enjoying life, we will also be able to be more open to receiving guidance. Now, for each one of you, it might need to be tweaked a little bit because some of you are unable to align to happiness and joy because of future concerns, because there's stored anger, because there's unforgiveness. So just um, make it specific to yourself and say this affirmation for the next 21 days and see how it feels. Yeah. And feel some angerness, anxiety. Yeah, same thing, Madhuri, for you, what I just told Archana and Gargi. Yeah. Okay, so and yeah, please guys share your feedback. Let us know how you're feeling, how you're doing. Also, if you have any questions, anything, please reach out for any. If you have any topics that you want to suggest, again, do reach out. You can either WhatsApp me, you can drop an email. Anything is all right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Take care, please. Have a lovely evening.